The chessboard of North American trade has flipped overnight. While Washington tightens a 30 tariff wall around steel and auto parts, Mexico and Canada have quietly hammered together a secret escape hatch they call the Northern Corridor, a coast-to-coast supply highway that simply skips the United States. If it works, Detroit's assembly lines could sputter, Midwest warehouses could go dark, and nearly $250 billion might drain from US pockets in just 5 years. Buckle up, because for the next 6 minutes, we're diving into the plan, the numbers, and the shockwaves racing toward Capitol Hill. And hey, if you crave unfiltered global news breakdowns, hit subscribe, slam that bell, and smash the like so Global Pulse stays in your feed. First, what exactly is the Northern Corridor? Picture 3 gears clicking together. Gear 1 is the Pacific Short Link. Mexican lithium cells and auto parts roll north by rail to Prince Rupert, British Columbia, then sail straight to Canadian factories never touching Texas asphalt. Gear 2 wraps around the Great Lakes, Canadian wind turbine steel and nickel bypass Buffalo, glide down the St. Lawrence, swing past Cuba, and dock in Veracruz tariff-free. Gear 3 is invisible but lethal. A blockchain customs bridge that approves manifests between Ottawa and Mexico City in seconds, deleting the $35 shadow inspection fee Uncle Sam once pocketed each time cargo crossed his line. Those gears grind straight through a fat slice of US revenue. Last year, $756 billion in Canada-Mexico goods funneled through US ports, rails, and roads. $138 billion of that was hub trade. Freight merely stopping in the States for repacking before heading elsewhere. Ottawa and Mexico City vow to yank half of that hub, flows $69 billion into their own docks by 2026. When you add lost customs declarations, fuel, warehouse taxes, tolls, and insurance, Washington's 2-year hit balloons to $86 billion. Now zoom into Detroit. The Midwest's Transport Assembly Corridor used to weld $85 billion of semi-finished Canadian-Mexican parts into shiny SUVs every year. Under the new map, those battery modules bolt together in Ontario instead. Result, 360,000 electric vehicles vanish from Michigan output, vaporizing 108,000 indirect jobs and erasing 12. $7 billion in local wage taxes. Port unions along the Great Lakes already whisper about shift cuts. Highway operators in Texas and Arizona brace for a $4 billion toll shortfall. Where's the money coming from? Canada's Export Development Bank has pledged CA2 $1 billion, while Mexico's Bancomex is wiring 27 billion pesos. The cash jumpstarts new rails, coastal barges, and digitized checkpoints so slick that the average haul between Quebec's Battery Valley and Mexico's Sonora Labs will cost $68 per ton, versus $102 if routed through the US. Once shippers taste that $34 discount, good luck prying them back. Energy swings next. Canada will ship 5 million tons of LNG a year to Mexico through Kitimat, gas that once fired California power plants. US regulators admit that reroute could nudge Golden State wholesale prices up 4 per megawatt hour, stacking 3. $1 billion onto household bills annually. Steel, batteries, gas, different commodities, same pain point. American transit fees go poof. Put the layers together, and researchers peg the immediate drag on the US at $69 billion in processing revenue, $17 billion in lost logistics services, and $34 billion from the jobs multiplier, a cool $120 billion slip over just 24 months. Stretch the horizon to 5 years, and the cumulative gap floods past $245 billion, outstripping everything America banked in the first 4 years of original NAFTA. Why can't Washington just drop the tariff and reel trade back in? Because the new lane isn't just cheaper, it's greener. Canada's low-carbon steel and Mexico's next-gen batteries ride a shared supply chain that qualifies for EU carbon border exemptions. If Brussels tightens those rules, demand on the north-south axis could double, locking shippers even deeper into a U.S.-Selkers free loop. Meanwhile, the blockchain registry slashes red tape, branding the corridor a risk-free lane in supply manager circles. Every contract signed on that lane siphons another drip of revenue from Midwest warehouses and Gulf ports. The clock is ticking. Pilot shipments roll this fall. If they land on time and under budget, lawmakers in Ottawa and Mexico City will ink permanent accords. At that point, dismantling the corridor would feel like shutting down a superhighway to resurrect a toll road. And remember, the tariff that sparked all this was meant to protect American jobs. Yet the Wall Street math says it may carve a 2.8 dent in the Midwest economy instead. So, will Washington blink and scrap the 30 wall? Or will Detroit, Buffalo, and Los Angeles watch the Northern Corridor siphon their lifeblood while Canada and Mexico toast a new era of continental self-reliance? Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you want more behind-the-scenes breakdowns of seismic global shifts, subscribe to Global Pulse and turn on notifications. Thanks for riding along. This story is just getting started.